Capricorn, welcome to your Astroflower reading on going from the 7th through to the 13th of August. Yes, Lion Gates week. I've been noticing in the monthly readings that these next couple of weeks are going to be interesting to read for, and they've certainly been interesting already. I will be doing a Lion Gate reading, a special collective reading on Monday, and then your individual sign will be on Tuesday. And that's going to be going for the rest of the month, so you're going to want to subscribe and click that bell and everything like that in order to get notifications of when that reading comes out. Okay, yes, so I hope you have a lovely reading. What's going on for Capricorn this week? There's a lot of cards flying out for you at the moment. Really, I think concentrating on your path. That's what you're doing at the moment. And I think it's much more on the material side than on the relationship side. Seems like a bit of both, but I think it's much more orientated via that. Let's just see, what's the overall energy here? Knight of Swords. As I said, it's going to be interesting readings going on. I think this is a moment, in the Lionsgate moment, I think this is almost like you can put your troubles out in the sun and they will dry up and frizzle away. And I think this is what the overall energy is saying to you here. It's almost as like sort of you've confronted this situation before. You don't need to confront it anymore. And this, I think this week here could be this opportunity, and it could be tied into Pluto moving into Aquarius as well, out of Capricorn. I think this is a week of getting rid of any repetitive nightmares within your life. Yes, this is great. Lovely energy, karmic path, go ahead. Let your heart shine, man. Let your heart sing. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. Let it shine in your life. Let that happiness sort of flow from you, really, more than anything else, I think, Capricorn. I think that's really important for you. Lead with your heart. And I think if you lead with your heart, that's when you're going to get people coming back with you. You know, that's what you're going to be sowing out there. And this is a week for creating and manifesting that future. If you head out there with your heart this week and enjoy it, you know, come what may, I think you're going to get amazing benefits out of it. The universe here is pushing you towards some form of unification. This could be marriage. This could be moving in with someone. This could be connecting with your family, your friends, your community, whatever it is. There seems to be a case of reuniting, well, not reuniting, or just uniting in a different way, because you're leading out there with your heart. You're really bringing it into the situation, you know, bringing your heart's desire and that bubbly energy that you can have, Capricorn. You know, sometimes you're really serious. I know, because I'm a Capricorn. And then sometimes you can be really light and like a real cuddly bear. So yeah, I would allow that. And I think the universe is encouraging that within you. And this is what you want to be trying to manifest. So in your past, this is how your guides are connecting your past to your future. And they're working around you, within the world around you. And it's allowing you to see the world in a different way according to your past. You're no longer the person that you were before. And I think that's the true with everyone. But there's a particular sort of realization within you in regards to your relationships. It's almost as if like you're taking the pressure off because you have decided to release that pressure through your heart, through sun, through happiness, and that sort of thing. And it's seeing things differently according to the past, basically. So you can do things in a new way going forward, where your heart will be allowed to come out of the situation really in a really, really beautiful way. The moon. This has a lot to do with it. We've had a supermoon at the beginning of August. We're going to have a supermoon at the end of August. And that's what the Lion readings are all about, because we're going to go right up to the end of August with those readings. In the future, it's almost as kind of sort of saying, this unison that the universe is pushing you into, you do not know about it until you try it. Until you put your heart out there, you're not going to know, are you? Until you say to that person, do you know what? I love you. You know, I really do. I do appreciate being with you. I have great fun with you. It's absolutely brilliant. The moment you do that, and you're not going to know the reaction, you're not going to know what it's going to bring. You've got an idea maybe, but it's bringing things to the surface. That's what you want to do. I think you're in a position where you want to know how things can work in a really beautiful way. And that's what you should be exploring and pushing yourself into the bit of the unknown so you can step away from those repetitive nightmares within your life. You know, nightmares or repetitive situations that just didn't really didn't really work for you. In the future, holding on too tightly to something, I don't think so. That could well be if you're going to be stuck within a repetitive thing. So if you're stuck within a repetitive thing, explore the unknown. It will bring you out of that. That's what it will bring you away from. But for majority of people, I think it's basically you've now realised that there's 24 hours in the day and you've probably got to sleep for 8 of them, and you've probably got to eat for 2 hours overall, you know. There's certain things you've got to do, so it's going to leave you X amount of time to do X amount of things. And I think this is where you're going to start concentrating your time, effort, emotions, your money, everything in a direction which comes from that Four of Wands. That unification only comes out because you start really, you know, spending your spirit wisely. That's really important for you going forward, I think. If you want to manifest things, you've got to know what you're going to be putting in. If you're just spraying it out all over the place, that's all you're going to get back. You're going to get all over the place coming back. But if you start concentrating on what you know, on aspects of what you want in your relationships, all of a sudden that is what is going to grow. And I think that's what comes out of this week, a realization of how you put your time and emotions and your spirit into the relationships that you want to grow around you. Let's see what's going on your financial side. You get the Four of Swords. All the fours here, nearly. Financially, I think you get to a place, this is the week here, is when you've got to breathe. You know, Wim Hof is a great guy. I love his breathing exercises. And just breathing in your life. Having that poise to really examine and to maintain a consistent flow within you, consistent flow within your career path, but also feeling secure and, you know, and at one with where you are and where you're going on this path. It's breathing, taking your time, you know, making yourself feel at home within the company that you work for or your business that you're doing, making sure that it really sits with you nicely, basically. How's the universe coming in? The King of Swords. They're giving you a clear direction, I think. Once you take that time to breathe, and this is what's going to take you away from that repetitive sort of thing, that Nine of Swords. And as I say, I think it's going to be very interesting these next 2 weeks. I don't think it's going to be very flowery. I do think there's a lot of work to be done. And it's putting in place the manifestations for the coming future. If you're not prepared to do the work, you're not going to get the payments that you deserve. So, you know, the more that you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it. And the universe here is giving you a clear indication through judgment. And through judgment is what is working. Noticing what aspects of your career path or your business works and what doesn't. And trying to sort of breathe and enjoy that moment. Expand into it in a way and make it yours, owning it. Magician, with the Hangman on the opposite side, you can manifest enormous amounts at this moment. And if you concentrate on that pathway and have that space and that calmness around you, that feeling at one and feeling of realizing of the path that you've actually gone down, you're going to get a lot out of it, and you can then use everything from your past to manifest what you want. And this is what that changing energy is all about. It's going to be interesting how it's clarified, that card, more than anything else. In your future self, you get the Three of Swords. This could be tying into the Nine of Swords. I think that's very true. I think the Four of Swords is a healing from this. It's the next step up. I think this is from the your future self is almost, it's almost as if like you've got a career path to follow, and you know you've got to do certain things in order to do that, and you've got to stop certain things in order to do that. And this clarity is almost kind of going, yeah, but I like, you know, making tea for people. I want to keep doing making tea for people. Why do I have to stop? Because if you want to be the manager of the restaurant, you know, you've got to stop making tea all the time for people. Just do it occasionally when it works for you, and start, you know, being the manager. And I think this is where having control over your emotions, and not getting too pent up or anxious about what's going on around you will really bring you benefits. But yes, it could be a case of having to, you know, curtail certain aspects in your life that you really have enjoyed in the past, you know, in order to expand in other ways. And this is what you come out of it. You are you're not the devil, but you're the devil card, because you are very meticulous to detail. When you're doing something, you want to know every little step of how it gets there and work out the best way in order to do that. And I think this, within your career path, this is very clear that you've got to take out your emotions out of the situation. If you want to put your emotions into anything, put it into your relationships. And the devil is in the detail here, and it has been coming up. I think it come up for every single sign so far. It has been coming up over the last month. If you want to manifest your future through this Lion Gate manifestation, you really have to know about your devils, you know, your the detail. You have to know about you. What makes you stand out? What gives you that sort of like point of, you know, unique point of sale? You know, UPS is it? I don't know, whatever it is. I'm not very technical in that respect, but you know, that sort of thing. Let's clarify with the Light Seers card. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for the support that you give this channel. Really do appreciate it. You know, you can support us in multiple different ways through YouTube, whichever you see fit. Commenting is always nice to know you're there. Sort of subscribing, liking, sharing, all of those sort of things. There's also links in the description below where you can get yourself a personal reading with myself or a personal healing session with myself. There's also an email down there, because I'm going to be doing energy workshops in the UK at the end of September, beginning of October, and in the United States at the end of October, at the beginning of November, around those sort of periods. Just send us an email, tell us where you are in the world, give us a region more than anything else, if you're prepared to travel. And you know, I'll tell you where the next workshop is coming up in your area, the one that's the most local to you, and give you the time and dates and etc. Okay, thank you very much for all your support. Let's just see what's going on with that Nine of Swords. Page of Wands. I think this ties into your relationship side, opening up your relationship, opening up your heart with your passions. It is a change, rather than sort of saying, I'm going to protect, because that's a repetitive thing that you've been in, and that's what you're breaking out of. I'm going to pull one for the financial side as well here. How does the Nine of Swords play into the career path and the money? Temperance, patience. Yeah, the devil's in the detail. I think that's patience that comes out really nicely with the Four of Swords, but it also comes out with the Three of Swords as well. Having patience of where you're going and what you're doing. Patience about what works. The devil is in the detail, so you can really manifest your future. And you know, that patience will be a virtue. because you are, giving your space in order to, be much more precise on your manifestation. What's with the Ace of Cups? Yes, if you lead with your heart, you're going to get success. You're going to get recognition. I think you're going to be the talk of the town. I think, the moment you start, exploring your heart within the relationships around you, it's going to give you an amazing sense of, not necessarily popularity, but just feeling that you're at one with everything that is around you and everyone that is around you. For the Four of Wands, this is how the universe is influencing your karmic path. You get the Five of Swords. With this, unification will automatically take you away from conflicts that don't really serve anything. So when you're unified with people that are around you and really into that sort of happy-go-lucky vibe, which you do have within you, all of a sudden, you're connecting with people rather than sort of confronting with people. Okay? And not that, you're a very conflictual sign. I wouldn't say that, actually, about Capricorn. You avoid it, really, but you don't mind. You'll go toe-to-toe with most things and most people and most situations, but you'll try and avoid it if you can. And this is where, where you unified yourself with your love and that vibrant energy within you, you will avoid that. With the Hangman, seeing things differently of, how you explore your force within the relationships around you. That Seven of Wands comes from the Six of Wands. So we got 5, 6, 7 here. It's quite a nice sort of progression going on. And that Six of Wands, that success is what you're being held up about. And that strength within you to see things differently, to avoid that Nine of Swords, to enjoy your passions, to engage your passions, you have to, have that strength not to get sidetracked by certain relationships or certain people that are around you that may want to try to sort of like bring you down, basically. And I think that's what that avoiding that conflict's all about. And just, recognize who you are. Recognize, I'm just trying to enjoy life. Life should be fun, And, when you take that sort of attitude, people around you, that was the Seven of Cups that jumped out. People around you, some people may not like you feeling free and will want to sort of burst your bubble. And, when you're like that, then you're just going to avoid a lot of confrontation and you will see the world in a different way. What's this moon all about? What did I just say? The Seven of Cups. I was shuffling. You saw me shuffling. The Seven of Cups. Going and exploring the unforeseen will actually then lead you to the path of the Ace of Cups. Because on this Seven of Cups here, you've got all these different choices and there's opportunities and possibilities. But there's one cup giving you water. It's one cup that's giving you those emotions. And it's the evident path for you to go down. There's not, when it works for you, it works for you. And I would get into that and explore, the unforeseen avenues in your life that make you kind of go, yeah, this is it. This is how I want it. And it comes from within you. Avoid any complications within your life and sort of complicated decision making, basically. With the Four of Pentacles, this spending your energy wisely into relationships that you want to explore will allow you to learn how to come out that Nine of Wands, out that Nine of Swords, using that passion to be the best example of yourself within the relationships that are around you. And it could well be someone coming in for you, but I think this is much more in the collective more than anything else. Feeling at one with everything that is around you. Let's just have a look, see what's going on your financial sort of side, on your business, job, and sort of projects and so forth. Let's see what that sort of breathe is all about in the Four of Swords. That's the lesson that we got to be learning. a new cycle, a new way of being, basically. I think this is because you're getting to a level within your life that sort of kind of saying, I've come to this level. I'm building on a foundation now. The foundation is in place, and now you're building upon that. And I think this new cycle about you is built on confidence, in feeling at one with yourself, in order to progress your career path. And that's where you've got to watch out for that Three of Swords, not to get triggered by too much in life. With the King of Swords, you get the Three of Wands. Procrastination has ended. Any sort of waiting around, I think, is finished. But there is also here of seeing the comings and goings within your career or your business around you, how things work, how things come and go within your life, what moments, or what things make you a lot more successful, that sort of thing. And I think it's realizing now. I think you've observed that for long enough, and I think the universe is sort of saying now it's going to give you, out of that judgment, it's going to give you a clear direction to take for you going forward. So the Magician here, let's see what's going on the Magician front. You get the Two of Pentacles. I think you're manifesting this, and this is where you're connecting your past to your future. I think you've already made the choice to go ahead and do something. And this could be going for that sort of promotion, or that, that opening that business. And I think you've made this decision, and now it's a case of, assuming those decisions and concentrating on one thing at a time in order to manifest what you so desire in regards to a satisfying sort of career path or business for you. And just don't try and spin too many plates at the moment. Breathe. Make sure you can do what is possible, basically, and really start concentrating on the things that you really want to manifest. With the Three of Swords, you get the Empress. This is beautiful. The Empress has a control over her emotions. In the old tarot, which is where the Three of Swords come from, this is the Light Seers one. In the old tarot, she sat on a log, which is in the shape of a heart. Because she's got control over her emotions, because she gets past that Three of Swords moment. And I think that's what ties into the Nine of Swords. You're going to have this situation turn up that is in your future that may cause you a bit of angst. It might be a bit of a leap of faith in a way, and to a certain extent. But breathing is important. Taking your time here, not getting emotionally triggered about sort of situations. So you can actually see the full potential of everything and create something completely new, walking away from this Nine of Swords sort of scenario. What's coming up for you in the future? The Devil card. This is you. So this is in concern to your business and your projects. What's coming up for you? Ace of Swords. Beautiful card. This is this new cycle. I think through the details and through concentrating on what you wish to experience in regards to a job or a business and etc., this is this new cycle. And this concentration that you've been doing, I think, and you've been doing it over the past few months, is now putting you in a situation where you are winning in every sense of the word, of an opportunity to break free from the past and really go on to the future. And I think this ties into Pluto, basically, within your sign. And it does bring in this sense that you are winning on more than one front, I think. And it's all to do with the way you position yourself, the way you think about life, the way you engage yourself with life, I think, more than anything else. And it's all about you. It's all about you. There you go, Capricorn. Don't forget your Lionsgate reading coming out on Tuesday for your sign, and also the collective on Monday. Thank you very much for all the support you give to this channel. Yes. In the meantime, I guess it's all left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.